So that is week 6 of the NFL. And what are we going to be looking for week 7? Well, let me give you what I think we're going to be getting for week 7 as the GioMoShow picks are getting locked in. So, since Thursday already passed, the Jaguars beat the Saints. I thought the Saints were going to get that one. Are you kidding me? Either way, we got an NFC South matchup between the 3-3 Falcons at the 3-2 Buccaneers. You're welcome for the 2 Buccaneers. I'm going to say, now both of these teams, I mentioned before, the Lions have beat both these teams, holding them to 6 points. So, right off the bat, I'm not going to look at the spread or anything. This is just intuition. This is just gut feeling is how we're picking these on the GioMoShow. For this one, I'm going to say I think the Falcons can get this one on the road. No, never mind. Falcons, they got to run the ball. Bucs are good at stopping the run. And the Falcons, without the run, can't throw very well. Bucs can. So I'm taking Bucs at home. You got Bills at Patriots. Bills. You got Browns at Colts. This one's kind of weird because the Browns, at least their offense, especially without Nick Chubb, what a NFL tragedy that was with his injury. But that defense is just so good, man. And Gardner Minshew plays pretty solid and consistent with the Colts. And then once I said that out loud, I said the Browns defense against Gardner Minshew. I got the Browns. I got the Lions against the Ravens. We talked about that earlier in the show. You can rewind to listen to it if you missed it. Got the Raiders at the Bears. This one's kind of tough. I kind of like where the Bears are, but I mean, gut feeling, I guess I'm still kind of riding the wave of that DJ Moore game against the Commanders. But Raiders, they're coming off of a division win, and they still got the Condor. They still got, well, they technically have Devontae Adams. I don't know for how much longer because the Raiders just can't help themselves and making receivers hate them. They just can't help it, I guess. But Bears and Raiders, I'll go with the Bears. If the Bears are gonna get their second win, I think it could be it's possible to be against a team like the Raiders that are a little bit more inconsistent. So I'll say the Bears get that one at home. At home. Come on now, man's voice. Washington at New York Giants. Commanders, they're coming off of a win against the Falcons. The Giants are really bad. I got the Commanders on the road. Division game in the West, NFC. Cardinals at the Seahawks. The Seahawks better get this one. I'll take the Seahawks at home. Steelers at Rams. I know Rams home field advantage isn't really a thing, but you got Pittsburgh. They're coming with a 2-hour delay. They're coming to the West. I'm not really liking, I don't know. I mean, you got the Steelers defense and you got the Rams offense. And, the opposite of that, the Steelers offense, Rams defense, aren't necessarily anything to be excited about, especially the Steelers offense. But going by my regular metrics of, whose defense is better, I'll say Steelers got the better defense. I'll say Rams got the better offense. But by how much is going to determine my pick. I'm thinking about it. I like the Rams in this one. I like the Rams in this one because you got not only Cooper Kupp, but you got Puka Nacua as well. So you got options. And, I like the Rams in this one. I just like it. Let me like it. I got it. Packers at Broncos. I think the Packers, they're coming off a bye week against the Broncos on the road in Denver. Broncos were really bad. But will they really go 1-6? That's also what I kind of think of when I do these picks is like which resulting record is going to be crazier. So if the Packers win this, they'll be 3-3 and the Broncos are 1-6. Otherwise, Broncos are 2-5 and the Packers are 2-4. Record-wise, the latter seems a little less crazy. But, yeah, random pick. I'll take the Broncos in this one. I got a gut feeling that they're going to have at least 2 wins, at this point in the season. I mean, having 1 win all season long is incredible. And they got to fix something. Something's got to get fixed over there. Something has to show some signs of improvement for the Broncos. So I'm taking them over the Packers. Chiefs and Chargers, they always play each other close. And it's always like a last possession, or all within 1 possession between the two. My gut feeling is telling me the Chargers. Chiefs are a little fugazi to me, and I'm liking the way Khalil Mack's looking for the Chargers. If there's any season that Herbert can beat Mahomes, I think it's this season, given how the offense has struggled a little bit. I'll take the Chargers. I like the Chargers in this one. And a matchup of 2 5-1 teams. Dolphins at Eagles. That one's tough. Eagles are coming off their first loss, but the Dolphins are still on fire, coming off that huge offensive game against the Panthers. But how are the Eagles going to defend? How are the Eagles going to stop the offense, though? That's where I'm kind of thinking. That offense is just so nuclear that I always have a hard time thinking. But to me, this is kind of like the Eagles are the more consistent team on both sides. They're a more balanced team, and even with their offense, they're balanced. The Dolphins, obviously very biased towards their offense. I'll take the Eagles at home to kind of wash that taste out of their mouth from the Jets game and kind of bring the Dolphins back to earth just a little bit. I don't think it's going to change anything about these two teams. Like, are the Dolphins fugazi themselves? No, I think either result of this game is like these are 2 of the best teams in the league. Someone's got to lose. So I'll say the Dolphins lose, and I got the Eagles at home. And for Monday Night Football, they got that game on Sunday night as well. Eagles, Dolphins. That's going to be a great Sunday night game. And then Monday night will be the 49ers and the Vikings. Come on, man. I don't care that the San Francisco 49ers are coming off a loss to the Browns. It's the Vikings. They stink. They got no Justin Jefferson. And it's got to be the 49ers. And since I'm being asked for a point total, I'll say 50 points. And those picks are locked and loaded. On the GioMoShow, you heard the picks live, or the session live. So you heard that, and we covered all sorts of things here on the GioMoShow for this episode. We went through Oakland University Club Sports, Oakland University D1 NCAA Sports. We talked about the Lions game against the Buccaneers. We talked about what my thoughts against the Ravens this week. We went through the NFL scoreboard and gave you the picks for next week. And we got through it and had a lot of fun on the way. So that is going to wrap up the GioMoShow for this week. My apologies to those who missed the live show, but that's why I'm here to give it to you anytime on WXOU, YouTube, and Spotify, wherever you could find it. You can find the GioMoShow Thursdays at 6 on WXOU. I'm Giovanni Mosheri. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.